He has been injured for several days, yet his mother never gave up on him, persisting in hunting to feeding him. And days later, when the snow leopard mother realized she could never save him, she reluctantly let him go. If we take leopards as humans, the mother cared about him to the moment she thought it makes sense. She gave him food, but then she decided not to. And how do you think about it?
I've been seeing other video clips, like there was some elephant mother who comes to the humans because her child has been stuck in mud, or there was some bear also, a bear cub that brought them to the mother. So there is family life in all these, species, at least the movable living being. There are attachment, and sometimes I think we may underestimate many other species. That I also saw something about crows, the blackbirds.
Yeah.
They're extremely intelligent and social, and can gossip and for miles. And now some humans are coming. They haven't been so good, but this one is nice because he gave us some food, and so this is going on. And in a desperate situation, then they sometimes turn to the humans for help. Like some deer got stuck in a fence like that, and then they called for some nice, kind human go there and take some risks.
These were wild animals. Probably they didn't know about humans and nothing like that.
Yeah, it's different from the crows because they're pretty much living close with the human being.
But if you try to translate it to like human society, people are basically tend to help everyone up to the end. But whether it's good or not to do things like this, because that snow leopard should have died his natural death. This is one position. But the other position, people should care about everyone, save everyone. Maybe the ecosystem would change if we save every snow leopard. They will kill all other animals around. Maybe that's not good.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're also adaptive. We have seen examples of like a lion who's been left alone by this, or maybe the mother and the father were killed by humans and left a little lion cub, and then somebody else found it and brought it, and they brought it together with their dog, pet dog, a German Shepherd or something, and they didn't care. There was different species. They became friends, and also when the lion got really big and full grown, still they go there and give a hug to the human being. So there are some basic similarities that kind of go beyond pure instinct and conditioning, because
I wanted actually to have your reflection in the Vedic way.
Yeah.
If you have some references from Vedic literature on that.
Well, there are quotes from the scriptures that certain species which are extremely dangerous, like snakes and scorpions, and that one is allowed to kill them on the spot because there's a high risk that they will.
There's no karma behind killing those animals.
I mean, if it's stated in the Shastra, it's okay, but the general principle is ahimsa, non-violence, and this is very big in Buddhism, as you know. So whenever somebody sees suffering, we kind of have an obligation to help, to mitigate suffering. But then again, it's a question when it's gone so far that it's no return.
I'm remembering that one episode from Srimad Bhagavatam when, I'm not sure who, Rishabhadev maybe, he saved the deer, and he was too attached to this deer, so he spent all his life like caring for the deer, not for the Supreme Lord.
Yeah, there's a risk to become too much attached to another living being. But the general principle is that if one can help and relieve some suffering, one should do that. Otherwise, it is stated that you commit passive violence. Sometimes people who has a little Vedic knowledge, they think that, oh, this person or this animal or whatever is suffering because of karma. So yes, I just walk by, and that's not recommended, because then you commit passive violence. You have an obligation to help. And when it comes to human beings, it's like if you have a body which causes you a lot of suffering, whether it's your body or somebody else, that makes the mind very disturbed. When the gross body is suffering, the mind is agitated and in turmoil. And with a mind which is not peaceful, you cannot practice spiritual life. That's unfortunately how it is, because we have a gross material body, which is a source of more or less constant suffering. You have to tend to all its needs of food and all that stuff. And then you have a mind which is already craving everywhere to try to find some happiness. So it's very difficult to find peace.
Yeah.
But if you can manage to keep your body in balance, keep your mind in peace, then one can practice spiritual life quite easily.